Mongoose Jake here, wanting to do another video on a trail system that I've rode and loved in Gallatin, Tennessee. Now this is a little bit northeast of Nashville, so for you Nashville riders, this is an area you want to check out, or maybe you already know about. The Lock 4 area is located in the city park there in Gallatin, Tennessee. If you need to find it, just type in Lock 4, or if you're trying to actually drive there, just hit Lock 4 Road for Gallatin, Tennessee into your GPS and it'll take you right there. Now this trailhead is located near an old silo. It has a little gravel parking lot, and you can see a little obstacle course in a field there, as well as to your side of the parking lot you'll see that there's like a little model airplane airfield strip, and it's pretty easy to find. Just follow the signs. When I went there the first time, I found it without a hitch, so no issues there. It's well maintained, well marked, one of the best kept trail systems that I've been on, and it's just simply due to the fact it's in a city park and also has a lot of riders keeping check on it, so it is taken care of regularly. So the trail surface doesn't change too much, so my experience should be the same for everybody. Unlike some areas, like my last video, like on Younger's Creek, where the maintenance is a little lacking. Now, Lock 4 is, in a simple phrase, that is 29er heaven. I don't ride a 29er, but I have rode them in the past, and they're best at maintaining momentum and flowing and helping to smooth out the trail surface, and that's exactly what Lock 4 is all about. It's a mostly smooth trail surface with a few rocks here and there, but they're on the rare side. It's mostly smooth, sweeping, curvy, flowy, fun and fast. Now, in some points it gets a little twisty, which most people think that's not 29er's strong point, but these are slow but tight curves. So, and the most of the bulk of the trail is simply fun, fast, flowing, up and down, side to side. It's like a roller coaster ride. Now, I rode my hardtail there, and that was ideal. I would even say you could get away with a rigid bike here, especially a 29er rigid. I was envisioning when I was riding, I was thinking this would be the perfect place for a rigid 29er single speed with a carbon fork and a little bit bigger tires, because some of the surfaces there are sandy, and the sandy surface is just simply due. I was riding there again just a couple weeks ago when it was in the 90s and it had been there without rain for a few days. So if it's just recently rained, it would be ideal hard pack conditions. Now, the Lock 4 trails, they're smaller loops that you can just keep connecting all the way. I rode the entire trail system, and it was a lot of, I rode the entire outer, I should say. I didn't ride all the inner loops. Now, you could ride more than I did by riding each individual loop in its entirety. What I did was I went in at the start, which you head to the right, and it even has arrows to show you the direction. And rather than doing each loop individually, I looped it all together into the longest ride you could, which you could get more riding out of it, but I was there, I believe it was about an hour and a half, and I was able to do the whole ride, and it was fast. Now, there are a few challenges here and there, so keep on your toes, because sometimes the challenges are right around a corner. Like a couple times there were some very fun little challenges, like there was a multi-step rock drops that were about 2 feet tall, and there was, I believe, 3 or 4 in a row. It was at least 3, but I rode there 2 weeks ago. I'm doing this video now. I should have done it about a week ago after I rode, but there's a few drops here and there that really are fun, and the good thing about Lock 4 is a beginner can ride all of this, because there are little cheater paths around all of the harder, difficult obstacles. So if you don't want to do them, you just go right around them. Now, being a city park, it's well maintained, it's safe, and it's mostly clean. There's a lake right around, so it's more than just a trail and a trailhead, which that's the problem with some of the more private areas, is that's all there is there. You have the access of, you are right in the middle of a decent sized city. I mean, Gallatin's at least about 50,000 population, so you have, if you're having to travel to go there, I mean, you have access to everything around you, any restaurants, coffee shops, anything you want. And there is even a bike shop a little bit to the south in Hendersonville, that's in Tennessee, or if you want to head north, there are 2 bike shops in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which isn't too far away. So if you do end up having a mechanical failure that you can't repair and you're there for the weekend, you can quickly go to, well, Nashville's within less than an hour's drive. I believe it's about a 45-minute drive from Gallatin, and so is Bowling Green. So you can go to either city and find a number of bike shops, which Nashville's got a very good selection of bike shops, particularly East Side Cycles, which I've been in. That's a nice shop. But the Lock 4 trail system, it's smooth, fast, flowy. It's got some, there's even a point where there's some rollers that you can shoot down and right back up. There's about 4 in a row, and by the end of it you've built up enough momentum, you're launching off of the last one. And I highly recommend this for basically anybody and everybody, unless you are a pure technical rider. Now, a technical rider could get a little bored on the trails. I at first kind of found myself getting to that point because I'm used to riding rocky rooted terrain that keeps you, focused. But Lock 4 actually allows you to relax a little bit and enjoy the trail with a lot of lakeshore views. So if a fast, flowy, just simply fun, a fast, flowy, and fun trail system is attractive to you, Lock 4 may be where you need to try. Now, it is in Gallatin, and again, that's less than an hour's drive from Nashville, Tennessee, or Bowling Green, Kentucky. And I highly rate this. This is one of my top, I would even put it in my top 3 trail systems in the Kentucky, Tennessee area. And this is Mongoose Jake. If you have any questions, comments about anything to do with any trail systems, if there's another one that you want me to check out, as long as it's close, I'll go ride it and review it. But I have a few more that'll be coming up, so just keep tuned. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the section below and I will get to that.